Hey, PJ here. You may have seen the video on CMF, complete muscle fatigue, or you may have seen the video on TUT, time under tension. And in both of those videos, I talked about offloading. But here, I want to do a specific video just on offloading because of how important it is to understand this concept. Offloading is basically just a quick rest. Anytime the muscle gets a chance to rest is an offload. And that can even be as short as a quarter second. Because if the muscle gets a chance to rest, even that short of a rest, it can refuel. The whole purpose of the X Gym workout is to get you to the point where you run out of muscle fuel and you reach complete muscle fatigue. So if CMF is the finish line, then along the way to that finish line, if you're stopping off at little gas stations with offloads, and it might look like a joint lockout, or it might look like a break between reps at the top or the bottom, or it might look like a cheat with your hands in your thighs in a squat, or whatever. If the muscle gets a chance to rest, and there's a sense of relief associated with that rest, that's because the muscle is refueling. So, along the way to that finish line, stopping off at gas stations, guess what it does to that finish line? It just pushes it down the road further. So really offloading in a lot of ways is just prolonging the misery, because we're still gonna get you to muscle fatigue. It's just gonna take longer with offloads. Now here's the other problem with offloads. When you're taking little breaks, you're effectively starting a new set. And now you're doing multi-set training instead of one big long set like the X Gym workout is designed to do. When you're doing multi-set training, you're gypping yourself out of endurance results. You'll still get strength results, but not the endurance results, because now it's not one long continuous contraction anymore, which is great for developing endurance. It's broken up into sets, and multi-set training is pretty good at strength, and it's great at producing muscle bulk. But people at the X Gym don't want to get bigger. What the X Gym produces is a toned and defined muscle that's more dense. And that's what people want. So when you're doing these offloads, you're creating another set and you're more likely to bulk up. This is a new concept for people because with traditional training, it's built into every rep because it's ballistic in nature, it's fast motion. So at the apex of the rep, you're changing direction. It's an offload. Your muscles refueling and relaxing momentarily. It's also a natural inclination to offload because it feels good and you want to rest, you want to get fuel back in the muscle, you want to do what your trainer's asking you to do and not reach complete muscle fatigue, but that's just not how it works at the X Gym. We want to get you to the point where you get the endurance that you're after with a long continuous tension set, and we want to get you to the point where you can't do what your trainer's asking you to do. Muscle cells are very digital. It's either on or off, either contracting or relaxing. When it's contracting, it's burning fuel. When it's relaxing, it's refueling. You can have a long contraction and then a short rest, and it can be a significant refuel. It's kind of like breathing. Breathe out long, but then all it takes is a quick breath to get right back on track. I could do that all day. Another advantage to not offloading is with X Gym style, a long contraction is similar to occlusion training. So read up on that because I can't go into it right now. On account of, that'd be a whole big long video all by itself. But there's some benefits to occlusion training, and that's basically when blood flow gets restricted with a strap or something that you wear. But with X Gym style training, a big long contraction that lasts 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, causes over time occlusion because the muscle pumps up, it's contracting, gets bigger and bigger, and it occludes itself. And so there's benefits to that style of training. But when you're taking a quick little offload and refueling the muscle, it's like releasing the strap and letting blood flow back in, and you're not getting the benefits of the occlusion training either. Let's be clear, not offloading is really hard to do, especially as a beginner at the X Gym. Beginners always suck at it, but that's okay, because every time somebody comes in for their workout, they're gonna stretch their mental envelope and their physical envelope. Both are gonna get bigger, Physically, they can push harder and longer. Mentally, they can hang in there longer. And over time, they learn how to not offload. We don't expect any beginners to be good at not offloading. And we coach beginners on being easy on themselves too, because it's something that's going to be learned with time. And when it is learned, results go through the roof.